G'day yogis, welcome to the Western Wellness Giving is Living Yoga Retreat 2025. This is an immersive experience that will transform your life and will also transform the life of a child in Luang Prabang, Laos. Join me now and welcome to our beautiful 2025 retreat film. We're going to take you through a comprehensive deep dive into the immersive experience that our attendees had this year in 2025. It was the privilege and pleasure of myself, my wife Danielle, and our hardworking team at Western Wellness to put on this retreat series, the Giving is Living Yoga Retreat. The sole purpose being, of course, to raise money for the Luang Prabang Orphanage Nursery School that we support here in Luang Prabang, Laos. The retreat ran over 7 days and included a comprehensive itinerary of on-site yoga, meditation, yoga nidra, as well as extensive off-site excursions into Luang Prabang and the surrounding areas. We also spent a beautiful half day at the orphanage nursery school that we support so that our attendees can see exactly where their donation dollars are going and the hard work that Andrew Brown, his wife La, and their team are doing to support the children of Laos. Thank you so much for watching this film. I hope you enjoy it. It'll certainly give you a deep dive as to the comprehensive and amazing transformational experience that we offer here at the Giving is Living Yoga Retreat. If you'd like to consider joining us for future retreats, please reach out. We're happy to have a chat to you about it. Enjoy the film. Well, good morning. It is the first morning and yoga session here at the Giving is Living Yoga Retreat. I've been compassionate to everyone and allowed them to sleep in at least another half hour after their sojourn here. But of course we have the retreat dog joining us as well. I didn't think about the sequence planning for a canine, but hey, I can adapt. So we're going to chill out here, about 20 minutes time. People are going to come down for their very first asana class. We started last night with the lovely guided meditation and a bit of gratitude work, setting a sankalpa and intention for the retreat ahead. And today's going to be an amazing day, so more to follow. So let's observe in silence the energy of the Om mantra, the sound of the universe, as we set a positive intention, a sankalpa again for our practice this morning. Lovely. Sutra 1, let the exposition of yoga be made. Namaste. Up through the right leg, let's draw the left leg across the body. Heel at the same height as the hip. Turn the hip crease away from you as you draw in the navel in. Try and stretch out through the left arm if you can. Working through a vinyasa. On the inhale, roll forward to high plank, shoulders on top of the wrists. Exhale, coming back into downward facing dog. Pressing evenly through the feet. Draw the arms in towards the ear, so palms are going to turn to face backwards as we breathe in and out of the nose. Meeting back into downward facing dog. Okay, we'll come into Dhanurasana now, onto the ankles, pressing into the feet. In this first round, of course, nice and easy. Keep your legs on the mat, but feel the resistance as you press the front of the foot into the hand. Don't mind me, team, I'm just getting some B-roll of food. Oh. Just so we can explain to future attendees that you get fed quite well. As we breathe in and out of the nose. On the inhalation, feel the belly and the diaphragm lift up towards the sky. Transitioning into our second phase of Yoga Nidra, where we feel the duality of consciousness, light and dark, heavy and soft. Alright, I'm going to capture our invocation this morning. Okay, everyone's got a strap. We'll start off with the invocation, of course, and
I kept mine there.
Oh, you do? Oh, it's going to come straight back to you.
Thank you.
Email incoming. Oh. tasya padena vacham malam shairasya javai jikena yopa karotam parovam moninam patanjalim pranjariranatosmi abahu purushakaram Shankra Shakrasridaredam Sahastra Shesam Shvetam Prananami Patanjalim Hare Om. Bow the head to the hands. Let's honor ourselves here, present and still. Ready to enjoy our asana practice this morning. I'll video all from the front. Capture. Who are we missing? 7 plus moi. So the track here goes past the bears, and then we'll go past the bears and then up to the lower ponds, and then the main waterfall. So you can see the bears in here, right? Yeah, there's one up on the landing up there. Yeah. Yeah.
They're sleeping on that.
Oh.
Yeah. They are bears, they're not going to be too active during the day.
Moon bears and sun bears.
Yeah, there's some over there. 3 or 4 over here. They're all over here, team. This one's, there's a whole series of pools. Yeah, so the first one of many. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, you can swim this one. The middle one is the one we normally swim in.
Oh. I love it. So
We'll keep heading up because again we've got to come back this way on the way out. So
I know. I think it's a bit too breathtaking.
oh, it is. I know. Don't worry. Once you see the final one, it'll really knock the socks off.
Check that guy out. How deep is that water?
So you can walk out. It's just by underneath the waterfall. It's just over your head. All right, yeah, let's keep walking up. What's your initial reaction? Lovely?
Beautiful, absolutely stunning. Cannot, it's beyond words. Beyond words.
Oh, yeah. It looks like it's fake. It looks like it's a screensaver. Yeah. Over here.
Yeah.
Make it 20 hours.
That's definitely making the final cut. Yeah, I'll film your bum going up. There you go. We'll get both sides of you.
Shut up!
What sort of yoga retreat is this? Definitely not a Bikram one. How's Jojo? You right?
Oh yeah.
Don't feel self-conscious at all. So according to that last sign, we've done 400 steps and 68 calories. That's enough for the thought of a Mars bar, yet alone an actual Mars bar. So this is how we earn our swim. All right, this is all the new stuff. Like this, none of this was here last time. Wow. Rickety. So yeah, this is the one part of the top of the waterfall. Hey there yogis, one of the best things about coming on the Giving is Living yoga retreat is that you get to look at a bridge full of tourists. But I'll tell you what they're looking at, and this is it. Check out the Kwong Sai Falls. Is that not absolutely priceless and special? I mean, it's worth coming just to see the falls. Anyways, I've had an amazing day here with some of my colleagues on the 2025 Giving is Living Yoga Retreat, and we're going to go for a swim. We'll see you soon. Yep, yeah, just down the steps. It's a sandy bottom. Yeah. Oh, I serve a purpose. Okay, so it might be compulsory. Everything's optional with Western wellness, you know, but this, I suggest you, is not. This is not optional. It's compulsory. Here we go.
You got a queue behind you, ladies. You need to chilla. Jojo.
So like, I don't want to leave.
Fair enough. It's delicious. You just have to do it, people. It's so life affirming. It's beautiful. Let's see if we can find some of the other devotees. A little bit slippery though. It's the only occupational hazard. We've got Lloyd and Shane over there embracing the love. 5-star Google review for Kwong Sai Falls.
Tinny as well. There we go. What's your verdict?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah. It was cold, but
Worth it.
yeah. Kind of adapt to it after a while, don't you?
Oh, you do, yeah. Well, kind of, you know, you've experienced cold in New Zealand. You know what it's like.
And there we have our trip to the Kwong Sai Falls nearly over. We'll head back. We'll get Margaret's view.
Any quick thoughts, Margaret? Any observations of the swim? What's the verdict?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Well worth it.
Well worth it. Highly recommend it.
Highly recommend it. It's right on the beach. Mama. Oh yeah, he's loving it. He's loving it.
Alrighty, the Kwong Sai Falls is done. We're heading off to the Ricefield Cafe for a very late lunch, early dinner. It's questionable. When it gets to 3 o'clock, what is it? Is it a late lunch or an early dinner? God knows. We're going to have some fun though. Check it out.
I don't know.
Fish sauce.
Oh. That swing, Stuart.
Hey?
Can I go on that swing?
Can you go? I don't know. Ask your mum.
You just walk through it. Yeah, like.
Original configuration with the hands parallel, the forearms parallel. Now we're trying to isolate the shoulder. So look, it is hard. I do recommend having your feet a bit wider than hip distance apart. You get a bit more stability, right, through the lower half. So then it's just a straight back up into itself. Just a little different dynamic here. Getting all those complicated muscle groups and the shoulder girdle happening. Bum, 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 bum. That make sense? Yeah.
So just a straight back. Walk the left shoulder back. Stretch the arm up to the sky. We're going to be a long hold here. Let's start here. Draw the navel and rotate the left shoulder back. From there, if you want to go deeper, of course, you can start to slide your hand down towards the ground, or just keep your hand onto the ankle, wherever you feel comfortable.
Not having it. You're not having it.
He's not a big fan?
He's looking for food. Well, I had food, he'd be okay.
Hey, fella. Hmm? He's going, you offer me nothing, dude.
Now, 3 years ago, my amazing wife Danielle, she's amazing in every way imaginable, had this grand vision that we would support the children's orphanage nursery school in Luang Prabang, Laos, by bringing a group of people from lovely Australia, from our beautiful Western Wellness Yoga Centre to Laos to have an immersive experience and to directly support. We believe that the more people that support the orphanage, the better. It's not just a matter of Danielle and I funding the orphanage and putting money into it. It's about bringing a people. If you bring a populace of people with you, then you get a groundswell of support, and that's what creates real, meaningful change. So without further ado, we're going to head off now to the orphanage school to allow our amazing, I'll say benefactors, our beautiful people that have come along and donated their time and money to support the orphanage school. We're going to let them have their first experience meeting the children and seeing the site. This is going to be very, very special. So follow me. How's everyone holding up in the back? You still alive?
Yep. Yes.
All right. We'll be there in about 2 minutes. One thing I forgot to mention was that none of the children will speak English, and you're going to have children there from sort of 1 year old to 5 years old. But it's really important that we say sabadi, hello, when we arrive. They'll certainly say sabadi back. And none of the staff there will speak English either. It's just Andrew. And if his wife Lara is there, she speaks English.
Has any custody of those children?
There's three sort of scenarios. There's parents that voluntarily give up children. There's people that are saved because it's unsafe for them to be there because they're potentially going to get sex trafficked or sold, and then some that are unwell and have deformities and parents don't want to look after them anymore. And I'll get Andrew to take us through that. So here we are. Oh. Young man, how are we?
Good, yourself?
Yeah,
Early.
good to see you. I know. Yeah.
In Laos,
Yeah.
never early.
I know.
Ever.
We are
Guys wrap
today.
up 20 minutes early. Huh?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Everyone, this is Andrew. Andrew, this is everyone. We have Tinny's mum, or could just call mum. We have Tinny.
Mum, sis, mum,
No.
sis.
We've got Margaret, we've got Jojo, or Joti. What have we got? We've got Lloyd and Shane, and we've got Landra.
Hi.
Landra. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
And me, and I'm
nice
filming.
to meet you all.
Likewise.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much for part of your contribution. Obviously, goes to help what I do. Very appreciative because you're on the other side of the world, but now you're here, so you can actually see firsthand what we do. So, how's the yoga going?
Very good.
Yeah? How many days in are you?
Three or
Three?
four? Four.
And
4
how
days.
many more of yoga?
Till Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's all good.
Now, this is a part of the orphanage. This is a school. These two buildings I built maybe 10 years ago, part of the school. Yeah. And then later we'll go over to the main part of the orphanage where the primary school kids are. This is mainly secondary school. The orphanage is a government orphanage, but the government don't really support anything except a little bit of funding. And until last month, the funding was about $9 per child per month. So you can imagine you can't really feed children on that. So all they could do is buy rice, but because I've been supporting this for a long time, we supply pork, eggs, milk and fruit. So one thing the governments don't do is buy the quality foods like pork and red meat, eggs and milk. They cost a lot. And so that comes to us foreigners to help with what we deem the essential things that kids need to grow up nice and healthy. Fortunately, the funding has changed and it's gone up to $22 per child, but you don't have to do much maths to know you still can't feed them very well on $22. But it's a step in the right direction, and all through last year we were giving extra support on top of what we normally give because there just wasn't enough food for them to eat. Being a government orphanage is a double-edged sword. It gives me quite a lot of protection because they have directors here and teachers, and they're there to take care of the kids. So my job then can become just to support, not run the orphanage. Because if I had to run all the teachers and the administration, I actually wouldn't be able to do it on the budget that I have. So working with the government's generally been good for me, and being able to support along with them is probably the best way to do it, rather than us having to combine our funds. That wouldn't work at all, because government just don't see the things the same way that we do. This nursery here I opened 5 years ago, and the reason is the orphanage only takes kids 6 years and older, and we do village projects where we support the children in their village, but if you find an orphan child there, they often have no one to support them. If they get sick, they have no one who wants to pay for them to go to a hospital. It becomes a big crisis for them. So we got an agreement with the government to bring in children under 6 to come here. So we had quite a few babies, and we've had generally kids 1 to 5 come in, and they stay here until they're 6 years old. And at that stage, they go to the orphanage school. So we've sort of tried to work in with what's best for the children in the remote villages, because if you come here, once the kids are here, that we can protect them and take care of their health and give them proper food. But if you go outside, and have you been to any orphanages, any villages outside yet?
Not yet, no.
Yeah, if you go outside, you see real poverty, not far from Luang Prabang, and you see kids who often don't get past year 3 in primary school. Their parents are poor rice farmers, and if one of those parents die, that kid's destined to be destitute for their entire life. So once we get the kids here, they're safe and we can protect them. And even though their life is not overly prosperous, it's a big step above where they are in their villages. So the orphanage here takes kids who have lost 1 or 2 parents. And the reason they take kids who've lost 1 parent is if a mother or father are poor and one of them dies and they've got 5 or 6 kids, they just can't take care of them. And these kids live like a very poverty existence. So the orphanage decided they have to start taking those kids. If they fail a poverty test, they will bring them in. But if the family's got some money, they won't take them. Yeah. Generally, they can take 1 or 2 children from each family, but we know families with 8 and 9 and 10 kids. So back in their villages, we still have 8 children who aren't really supported by a family. So overall, this is a very good thing. There's another big orphanage and ethnic school. So ethnic school means they just take in 4 kids who have 2 parents. But they also take orphans, and there's another 3rd school about 40 minutes from Luang Prabang that also take kids with 2 parents and some orphan kids. So the government actually have some things in place to take care of the society, but the systems they have are very self-defeating. So we find kids that should be in the orphanage and they're not, and it's so hard to get them in because they've got a very stupid and backward system that doesn't really look at the big picture. It looks at the very small picture of what they have to do in their day. Our big picture is any kid that needs support should come in. But then there's this sort of roadblock where getting them actually in on site is the hardest part. So we work with the government to do this. We can get most kids in that we find. Sometimes it takes a lot of time and effort, but at the end of the day we can get most of them here. And the reason we can find a lot of kids is we're out in a lot of villages and we sort of know who the poorest families are, and if a parent or 2 parents die in that village, we know that these kids are orphan, that we can start to support them. So I've been working here for about 17 years, the nursery's been 5 years. We've done village support programs for probably 15 years, and if you were to ask what's the most valuable part of what we do, it's actually supporting the kids in the village, because we've got about 3,500 kids that we can support directly. We also support pregnant mothers, and we support them through birth into a hospital. When they come out of hospital, we support them with baby formula, and we weigh every child.
Baby formula?
If the mother doesn't have any milk or has limited breast milk, yeah, we have to give them.
Not necessarily every mother would be able to give them enough.
But 90% of the mothers will give breast milk, and that's what we want.
Okay,
Yeah, so it's only 10% of the kids who don't get it. Now, if the mother has no milk, they'll start hand feeding the baby with rice and things. These babies get stomach infections and literally their life's ruined from that point on. So supporting with baby formula, we weigh every baby every 2 weeks under 1 year, because that's my best way of ascertaining the health of children. So it's a fairly robust program but very labour intensive. I really think it's the best way to manage a kid from birth all the way through to at least 13, 14 where they're more capable.
Have you got a vaccination program here?
In Laos, yeah, not me, but in Laos there is a fairly widespread program, and it actually seems to work. So we've gone through with our doctors how many kids at the orphanage are vaccinated, and nearly everyone has received vaccinations back in their villages. So UNICEF, I think, do a majority of it, but there's other NGOs that do it. Some of the kids here we brought in babies who hadn't had vaccines, so we take care of that. So the nuts and bolts of the health system is vaccines, but the step up from that is hygiene and nutrition. That's where it all falls in a big hole. All right, let's come into the nursery. You can have a look, play with the kids, do whatever you want, no problem. All these kids are from fairly remote villages. We've got 20 children at the moment. Eventually we're going to have to wind this down because of problems with the local government who don't quite share our vision of helping kids, which is a real shame, but we'll still be able to find a lot of these kids and bring them to the orphanage.
So how long do they stay at the orphanage for? Like to what age?
Till they're 18. Yeah, so it's a full school. So these kids go through to year 12 and then we offer scholarships on top of that. So they can go through university. Once you have a degree, you can work with the government and that gives the kids a lot of security. But most kids now are looking at doing language studies and things that give them a practical outcome that give them a job. So I'd say nearly a third of our kids are studying languages to work with the Chinese, Koreans and foreigners. And another 20% are doing nursing, which has a really good practical outcome. When they go back to the village, they can be the village nurse. Come in, please. Oh, you too. Hey, gently. One sec. How are you? Hey,
Hello. How you doing? You well?
you want to come up?
Sabadi. You can see yourself in the camera. Hi. How you doing? You can see yourself. Yeah. Hello. How you doing? Yeah. Hi. How you doing? Sabadi. Yeah, there you are. Funny. Hello. And there you go. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, shiny head. Very shiny head. There you are. There you are.
That's turned out. He was a real mess.
Yeah.
And that was the reason he was abandoned. So it worked out for him.
So part of the amazing work that Andrew is doing here at the orphanage is helping with medical procedures that the children may need. This is beautiful Q, Sabadi Q, Sabadi Q, Sabadi, and you can see here that he's had a successful operation. You can see he's had a successful operation on the cleft palate. Now, of course, for us in Australia, we know that cleft palate, very common condition, easily solved, couple-hour procedure, and you're done. Lao, bit of a different story. So Andrew and his team facilitated in the operation. I'll put a screenshot of the before meets after, and so Q here has been well looked after. So it just goes to show that simple things can get taken care of with the right support, and that's one of the many reasons why we support the initiative here with Andrew and his team at the orphanage nursery in Laos. All right.
The baby on the bus goes wow, wow, wow.
Sorry.
Wow, 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 wow. The baby on the bus goes wow, wow, wow. All through the town.
The first year we only had 6 or 7 kids because we had to find them. But when the kids malnourished, you're not strong enough to fight even the basic infections, and that's where the scenario gets quite scary. You bring in a malnourished kid, the chances of them dying from a relatively benign illness is 500% higher than a healthy kid. And simply because the immune system in the body is just not strong enough. I think 3 years ago, as I said, it's very hard to get it approved despite them asking me to do it. But when they came and saw it, they said, "This is better than my home." I said, "Well, what do you expect? We don't do things by half measures, whereas in Laos they do things as cheap as possible. We do things as pragmatic as possible." So I built this from the ground up.
So did you fund all this yourself?
I had a sponsor donate 18,000. It cost 33. I had a couple of smaller donations. I put the rest of it myself. The part of doing this project is we give 2 eggs and 2 bottles of milk every 2 weeks. But we have to cook the eggs, which is a big project, just cooking these eggs. But if you don't do that, the mothers will probably sell it in their shop, or the kids will drop it and not break. By cooking the eggs, the kids have to eat it that day or the next day. The milk, as soon as we give it out, straight down. We try to encourage them to drink one today and one tomorrow. Ironically, 2 eggs and 2 milks, not much, but it's by far the highest quality food that they'll eat in their whole year. So, say. These kids have graduated from the nursery. Oh, okay. Now at the orphanage. Orphanage has no rules, the kids can come and go as they want. Right. I have some rules, but it's very, very relaxed.
So they go going from your place to there.
I don't think
Some of them started over there, and then some have just come directly.
This is big.
Yeah. Oh, it's big. Yeah. There's how many children here?
400.
400. Okay.
These people in yellow, I think are, I don't know who. They might be from somewhere. Let's start in the kitchen, then we'll walk up and I'll show you the dorm.
Orphanage. Yeah.
So this is
The orphanage.
but it works. We often buy the pots for them. Too much, you'll find they just give less and less. And they all get a whole lot of rice. So in 20 minutes, you'll see a whole lot of kids walking past. Yeah, boy, go back in. No. And now, because we've got a bit of extra funding, there's enough rice with our food, there's enough for this. So they tend to eat soups. It's hard to cook 400 meals that's not a soup. So they'll get something like this. Actually, there's not much water in there. Not so bad. Oh, this is a lettuce. Oh, cool. Right. But most days we do a soup. Secondary school.
Oh, secondary.
Fine, well, don't go low.
Is that how you say good to see you? Is that how you say? Lots of words. Okay, you need to repeat that twice for us.
Glad to be here and good to see them.
Yes.
Can you kindly convey that we all are very happy to see them?
Now, me kwam soek na pa wala actually hang in Deacon Park. Now me jai delay. Thailand speak Lao as well.
Oh.
Half of Thailand used to be Lao. They speak the same language.
And professionally, they're not thinking of doing anything?
Not yet. When I talked to the year 12 kids, so that even the studies.
Wow.
So these are all students. This is students' dorm.
Yeah, every kid you'll see is a student here. Kids do this and they sell the vegetables back to school. Once again, this has always happened because they're all from rural areas where they do their own farming. When they come here, they'll farm anything they can because vegetables are really expensive there in Luang Prabang, so they grow it themselves. Each group of kids gets their own block of land and they sell it back to the orphanage for not much money, but enough.
What do they do with the money that they make?
They buy clothes,
What our kids do. The ex-director opened up a candy shop.
Oh,
Very happy.
oh, so there's a director for all of that. And what do you mean by ex-director? Nice, isn't it?
Oh no, yeah, it blew me away. It's just gorgeous.
So they were wonderful kids. The girl in the middle was the easiest kid to take care of. Just always help with the food and that. Inkal Dakun. Why? For who? So this girl's been here 4 years. She was one of our first graduates from the nursery and she's 3 years. One of the stupid things that happened, when the kids from our nursery come here, the director tends to talk to them as our kids. I said, they're all kids. Kids from the villages and kids from the nursery, they're all your responsibility. But they try to put the responsibility for any nursery kid back on me.
So it's been a really successful first visit here. Our beautiful attendees have come on in, and look, it's normal that you feel quite naturally apprehensive coming in. You feel a real empathetic emotional shock coming from our privileged backgrounds that we do have, let's face it, in a Western country. And so everyone's had a quite emotional experience walking in the gate, but the kids just make it easy because they run up to you, as you've already seen. They embrace you. They just want to do what humans do, which is share the love.
Andrew, my mom hardly speaks English. She's asked something from me to communicate to you. She wants to convey choices blessings for you.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
For the kind of work you're doing.
Thank you.
It's
That's very
absolutely
nice
amazing.
Of you. Thank you.
Wow.
I love Lao.
Good evening all. It is evening here at the Giving is Living Yoga Retreat. One of the many benefits of coming on the yoga retreat is putting up with me. That's not a benefit, that's actually a tax. And for those that are game enough to, you can come for a run with me, because I do love running. And anyways, a few willing victims have decided to sign up for the run this afternoon. And we got Lloyd, and we got Jojo, and we got Margaret taking up lead scout at the front. All right. This is a 10k there and back special. It's down the Hillside entrance road. It's all downhill on the way there, which means it's a nightmare on the way back. Here we go, peeps. Let's get amongst it. Where are the others? Here they come, keeping up the rear. Haven't even made it to the end of the road yet. About 500 metres in. Love and compassion. It's not the run down the hill that's going to get you, it's the run back up. We're doing it for the kids. It's a good cause. Keep going. It's all downhill from here. It's easy. It's entirely downhill from here onwards. 4.5 kilometres, which means it's entirely back uphill once we hit the bottom. Car behind you, totally dusty. Just a little bit dusty, people. So the best thing about going for a run, of course, is you actually get to enjoy the world. You get to see it properly. Check out the view. Look at it. You get to see the valleys and the sunsets. You get to really enjoy life. I mean, of course you do that when you do yoga as well, but you know, when you're driving everywhere or being on a bike, you miss part of it out. Anyway, here comes the running crew. The inaugural Western Wilderness Low-Ocean Running Club. How you feeling?
Good.
Yeah. Pumping life through our veins. Okay, start playing the Chariots of Fire. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, holy cow, there's a cow. Quite literally, there's a cow. There's actually two of them. Oh, we've got Daisy and Ringo. Check it out. Actually, we've got a few. We've got a whole herd of them. What's going on here? Except they do reckon. Okay, let's get a team shot. The team shot. The Western Wilderness Low-Ocean Running Club inaugural run. Everyone's looking at us like absolute idiots. Alright, here we go. Here's my friend Daisy over here. Sacred Govinda, of course. Alrighty, we're turned around, we're going uphill now. And it's fair to say this is going to be a bit more robust than the trip down. Beautiful. Sit rep, it's dark, and I've caught up with the lead scouts at the inaugural Western Wilderness Low-Ocean Giving is Living 10k return trippers. It's 2/3 done, we're getting there. Keep going. I'm gonna wait for it to turn off. The fact the bike lights are on is telling, isn't it? Alright.
I put chili powder here.
Yeah, next to it. Yeah.
Yes.
just feed him on chili, that's all he
This
needs.
one no mushroom. The other
Yeah.
mushroom vegetable.
Good morning, yogis. Have a look at the sunrise behind me there. It is day 5 of the Giving is Living Yoga Retreat 2025. We have had an amazing journey so far. Getting up every morning, 6:30, yoga, 90 minutes, roll into breakfast, beautiful blissful experiences, which I'm sure you've already seen on the film so far. Anyways, we're going to have an amazing day heading into town today. This is kind of a pivot point of the retreat because we're now really going off-site back into town to have a cultural experience with some Buddhist monks, checking out the night market and some temples. Let's get the yoga class underway. What do you reckon?
Went back into that space and then
It's quite an expansive conversation that we have here at the retreat. Anyways, it's the yoga shala.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was all about.
breathing and arms up. And on the exhale, hands underneath the shoulders. Let's prepare for pyramid pose. Tuck your back toes under, straighten through the back leg. Breathing in, lift the chest to look forward. On the exhale, straighten the front leg. Parsvottanasana. Nice long hold here. Press into the space between the big toe and the first toe. Back heel can be lifted, hips facing forward. Left knee and draw the right heel. Keep the right heel on the mat, draw the right toes up towards the shin. So sweep the arm up beside the body, the right arm that is. We'll open up through Skandasana. And the head to the hands. We'll close up by saying Namaste, which means I bow to you, honouring the teachers and lineage of yoga yourselves for choosing to practice, for choosing to be here on the retreat. Thank you so very much. Namaste.
Namaste.
It's up together. This one is called Panup. There is also like 3 ways of doing that. For example, here, first is between our chest hairs is for people the same age as you or your friends. Up here under your chin is for elder people, your parents. Here to the forehead is for monks and novices that stays inside of the temple. But instead of saying hello somebody to monks and novices, we say namatsakan to them.
Can you say it again?
Namatsakan.
Namatakan.
Namatsakan. Same as namaste from India.
Yeah, Namatakan. Okay.
So, well, actually, it's the same as hello sabadi in terms of more respectful and more polite to them.
Yes.
Because we can also say sabadi to them and just like,
Namatakan.
Aram, which is the main building where monks and novices do their daily routine praying in the morning and also in the evening as well. And it's also where they keep the Buddha statues and Buddha images inside. Well, very important for the younger one, based on them, we call novices, the young novices. It's the way for them to train themselves as well.
What age group is it?
Well, the novices there's a little bit different between the novice and monk. Actually. The right age to become a novice is 10 years old of age. When you're up to 20s, that's when you can decide yourself to become a monk or you want to stay still as novice. It's your choice. Now, I mean, they're doing that is like, it's a part of the activities of the year as well, and also with the school as well, between the school break for 2 weeks, so they decide to do for this one for them, just to train themselves, which is, after they finish maybe high school or colleges, they can also do it like, not only special this time, they can also do it like somewhere else for a month or like a jungle cave meditation training. It's something as you gotta understand, like Buddhism is something to get rid out of our, we call it mind suffering, mental suffering, misery. You would recognize what let's say Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, he used to be in the prince, he used to be in the palace. He had his beautiful life, healthy life, king, power in his hand. He decided to leave that. His brother, his dad, his mom, power in his hand. Same as everyone, but he is the one that just to call it, understand more life, make more understanding of life. Because we don't have to pay. But by that free accumulations, they also have to exchange by their hard work as well. Discipline and behaviors. What by that hard work? As I said, they wake up early in the morning, 3:30 in the morning. Get themselves ready at 4. Pray inside of the hall.
If you see a donation bin, definitely make one.
Why definitely?
Because we're about to take their energy for the next. Fine. So what's your thoughts on the temple?
It was really beautiful. It was
Yeah.
lovely listening to the monks chanting.
Yeah.
And it was nice seeing the dogs coming in and out, free to
The
roam.
dogs are special. I got them on camera too. So, yeah.
So,
How about your thoughts, fine people? How'd you go, Georgia?
I think I was happy to see a temple that was animal friendly.
Yeah.
That was
Vegan
because my
approved.
dogs were never allowed in a temple before.
Yeah.
And I will be honest, it felt peaceful. It felt like I could actually have that moment of stillness.
Yeah. That's nice. How about yourself, Shane? You enjoyed it?
Yeah, I was just trying to get the dogs away from the ladies.
I could see that.
Because as soon as I would stop patting them, they go over and scare the two that are scared. So
They liked you. Had a good smell.
yeah. So no, it was fine. It was
It was
good.
good. Good, yeah. You enjoyed it?
Loved it.
Yeah, loved it. Highly recommend it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you liked it?
I absolutely loved it, and my special thanks to Shane. I think because of you, I could freely just sit in there. I just felt that you were taking care of everything, and it's just one of its own kind of experience. I've never sat that freely amongst pets, so I was letting go my fear.
Good. All right. Let the madness begin.
Where does it start? Does it start right
There,
down
starts there. Starts there basically. This is the start of it. And then just goes down to the food market at the end. The food market.
Oh, are we down there?
No, food's right at the end.
Oh,
That's the big food market. There's some food options
Around
there.
down there.
Yeah, down there. Yeah, that's where we go. That's the meeting
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
Over the other side of the roundabout.
Yeah.
The post office.
I'll stick with someone. Where you guys walking?
Yeah, I don't know. Want to walk down the start and then come back there?
That's right. You guys start there. I'll wait here,
Oh, okay.
and you'll end up walking past me.
But you want this small.
Of course.
Of
course you want a dish cat.
How much for two?
Alrighty, so it's been a busy day 5 here at the Giving is Living Yoga Retreat. We came into town and we did the lecture, as you would have seen there, from the Orange Robe Tour with Alex, a monk that had been a monk for 8 years, a novice, and now back out in civilian life. We're here at the night market after just spending a little bit of time there, of course, watching the beautiful monks. And that was the same venue where we actually had the lecture this afternoon, which of course I'm sure you would have already seen because I would have edited it in sequential order because I'm sequential like that. Anyways, I'm feeling a bit buggered. I've had a really stressful day getting a massage whilst everyone's been walking around because I've got my priorities sorted out. Oh, there's a new section of the night market I've never seen. Haven't looked down that street before. Anyways, I'm off to get 2 things, a soda and a coffee. I'm going to let everyone just do their own wandering around and getting amongst the beautiful Laotian culture, getting their knickknacks. We've got people spread out in 4 different locations at the moment, so I'm hoping they'll all meet me at the extraction point at 8 o'clock, but I'm suspecting we might have at least one phone call to the SCS to find a few of them. We'll see how we go. Anyways, enjoy the vibes. Alright, so the sit rep is, if you like meat, you do really well down here, of course. We do well in Asia, full stop, but if you're vegan, you do struggle a little bit, unless you're fussy. Alright, a successful trip to the night market and a town visit. It's only taken, we're only half an hour late, that's probably good. Knickknacks were bought, monks were bowed to, food was eaten. I've had 4 million cups of coffee and a couple of massages. I'm a happy yogi. Now we're going to head back to the hillside and get some shut-eye ready for yoga tomorrow. And our Basi ceremony, we're doing a Basi ceremony, a traditional Laotian shamanistic blessing. I think there's a sacrifice. I think I get sacrificed. There you go, you heard it first. So if I don't see you further, it's been nice knowing you. Did we love our trip to town? What's our view?
Yes. Amazing.
Town was good?
Yes, very nice.
Yeah. The dogs are amazing too at the temple.
Just to show the shopping.
Yeah, we can show the shopping. Just talking to the camera about how I'm going to get sacrificed tomorrow. Oh, we've got some trinkets. Lovely.
And
We've got some wind chimes. Ah, there we go. Oh, that's good. A ginger / beetroot smoothie. Jyoti got a vegan veggie rice that tasted like chicken.
yeah.
And Shane ate half a dead something. Yeah. And Leandra had
A chocolate cake.
a chocolate cake. Yeah.
All right, Mr. He is going to take us home. I'll see you in the morrow. Well, good morning, yogis. It is the last official full day here of the Giving is Living Yoga Retreat 2025. Laos has put on another beautiful sunrise for us. We're going to finish off this morning with some yin yoga for the yinsters. We've done some hatha, we've done lots of vinyasa. We've done some core strength work as well. It's been pretty full on, and of course we went for a big run. So we've had a variety of sequencing here, a different sequence every day, left and right side of the body. We've done standing, balancing, strength, flexibility, and now of course we finished with some yin. And of course in the evenings we've done beautiful meditation, we've done sound spa, we've done yoga nidra, we've done it all here. It's a pretty full-on experience, but a relaxing one, a sustainably relaxed one. You know, it's another gorgeous sunrise here for us to enjoy at the Western Wellness Giving is Living Yoga Retreat. You have to come and join us next year, 2026, January 5 to 11. Everyone's getting ready over here at the yoga shala, ready for our last morning yoga session. It's been such an amazing experience. The yoga, the environment here at Hillside, the trips to Kwang Sai Falls, the beers, the trip into town yesterday, hanging out with the monks, the lecture, sightseeing through the old town, the trip to the orphanage, meeting Andrew and looking at the amazing work he's been doing. It's been such an amazing experience here, and of course we'll finish it off today with a basi ceremony, a traditional Laotian shamanistic blessing ceremony. We'll get the footage of that and edit that in, of course. So the best is yet to come. Well, the best was probably the orphanage, but you know, we're going to have a special experience with our attendees today. So I hope you've enjoyed the footage so far.
The body as we open up the hip, bringing the tension through the connective tissue, holding here, and releasing down. Let's go flat. So stack your forehead, your hands down your wrists, rest the forehead to the back of the wrists. And let's allow the spine to go neutral.
In Laos, this is the most important, by far most important ceremony, and basically it's done for everything. It's like you sick or you get healthy again, and especially you go travel or you arrive in a place. Even do it when they buy a new car and they make a basi for a car. You know, it went that far. But probably if it's Luang Prabang, we will do some prayer that will be in Sanskrit or in Pali. So this is kind of the Buddhist part of it, but it's actually we are praying to ghosts now, you know, for the bad ghosts to leave and the good ghosts to come, and for you to have a safe travel. You know, that everybody have a safe travel and arrive safe at the place, at your destination. That's what it's about.
Welcome. Kenya Pamati. Abadi. No. But I don't know. I'm ready. Thank you. Okay. Yeah.
Or you touch someone who touched the table, that's okay too. Yeah, exactly. And you can...
มุดทุกผู้ทุกคนทอนขวัญเอ้ยบัดนี้ผุ่งข้าทั้งหลายทั้งตายายและพ่อแม่เท่าแก่พร้อมผุ่งมูนาลี
No onion, no garlic.
No fish sauce, no mushroom. There we go. So how was that?
That was beautiful.
Yeah? All good?
Yeah, really lovely. I've got all my
Yeah? The blessings?
blessings. Yeah.
Keep it on for 3 days, or 3 hours. Right?
And
Yeah.
now, of course, we come from the village here.
These guys have some snake oil, some scorpion juice.
They did.
Exchanging.
They're going to have another one because you're supposed to have 2 at a time.
Oh, great, 2 at a time. Okay. You guys
Bad luck to have one.
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. You saw both villages, right?
These are nice.
Very nice.
In town, a lot of them.
They
The
go
village
to
on the
work
other side,
now.
they are communities and they come by night.
Yeah, I finished already. Yeah, yeah.
They live in the... We have a little bit of fire, it's a bit warmer here.
It's good. Tilly's mum, this is the out of your comfort zone. On every retreat, there's always a special person, or in this case persons, that requires a level of assistance that's potentially above the norm, and we find that various people that are assisting us go well above and beyond to meet every potential need, changing need, dynamic, everything that comes along. And so this goes to my dear friends, Lloyd and Jojo, the fussy eaters of war. You get a Ganesha. Now,
No onion, no garlic.
Excellent. No onion, no garlic, no fish sauce, no protein, no carbohydrate, no oxygen, no nothing. It's just a. In fact, I was actually just going to give you a blank plate. That was what the award was going to be. Foodies. I've given you. So the Fussy Foodies Award goes to Lloyd and Jojo. Thank you so much for stressing everyone out. It's been great.
So this is the first ever retreat that I've ever attended, and for me, I wasn't really sure what to expect. Where am I going? There were so many things on my mind running all together as to, with my food options being completely vegetarian and also mum accompanying me for the first time ever, I was really unsure as to how we're going to manage it. But on the complete, I'd say, to my complete surprise, this has come in as an absolute amazing, most relished experience that I've ever had, and that is because of number of things. I'd say very well organized. Everything was up to the mark of in terms starting right from the day one, in terms of picking from the airport, getting into the hotel rooms, getting us the itinerary, clean rooms, absolute fantastic arrangements to settle down. The food options given to us with this lovely family of the where the retreat is organized, the Hillside Resort. They're an amazing couple helping us to, get onto the requirements of our food and really arranging it really well. In terms of Western wellness, I cannot thank enough for them organizing this and giving us an option of having this lifetime experience. So to really rate this experience, I'd say it's 12 on 10. It's really good and highly recommended for anyone who is a yogi and who would like to really experience what it's like to be in the raw nature, doing the yoga in a yoga shala right in midst of an ecosystem where you could hear the rooster, horse, you could hear all the surroundings, and an absolute amazing experience, I'd say. Thank you, Stuart, and thank you, Daniel. As Stuart said, this has been totally inspired by Daniel. So indeed, a huge, huge thanks to your instinct, to your intuition, to whatever led you here. This is definitely very, very much transformative, and wishing you the best for future as well. Thank you.
It's the whole gamut of emotions. Like the place is beautiful, the country is beautiful, the people are beautiful, but the circumstances in which some of the people live is confronting, especially from my point of view. And the it's hard to, knowing that you can't really do much about it, you can do your bit.
Yeah.
I suppose the highlight for me was the children, not the orphanage, the nursery, being surrounded by heaps of little 3-year-olds just swamping me. It was
got some good footage of that.
Oh, it was beautiful. Made me cry.
Yeah.
Still does.
Yeah.
When I think about it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But the falls, as for scenery and stuff, the falls were amazing.
Yep.
And some of the incidental sights, like seeing someone ride an elephant on the way past, like I seen it briefly for 20 seconds.
Yeah, yeah.
But just things like that.
Yeah.
Certainly, if anyone's considering doing it, it's certainly worthwhile and an amazing experience.
Yeah.
But I think be prepared to be, how do you say, confronted, amazed, wowed, just the whole gamut of emotions.
Absolutely. Good way to describe it.
Unless there's anything more specific you'd like me to answer.
No.
Other than that, that's about all I can say.
It's a good, honest, recount of what you've experienced.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And you think you're a hard ass from Melbourne.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah. Brings you back, doesn't it? Brings you down.
Yeah. I think the work that Andrew does is amazing.
Yeah.
Just the futility of it, though. To me, it seems like you're beating your head against a brick wall with bureaucracy. But I suppose when you narrow or broaden the picture, if you can give these kids education and basic health needs.
As you said, it's about working out what you can do and just zeroing in on that, because if you focus too much on the macro big picture, you just get inundated with the bureaucracy and the dichotomy of a communistic country that has a Buddhist philosophy and doesn't take a particular deep concern potentially about its own, which is counter to communism and counter to Buddhism. But
counter to the way I think if you help those in need, more than the ones that don't need. But it's a tremendous experience.
Yeah, good. I'm really grateful that you've come, you've been here, and that it's been impactful the way in which we, I suppose, wanted it to be impactful, because we didn't want to gloss over anything. We didn't want to polish something up and say it's something that it's not. It is what it is. So I'm really glad I hope this has been a life-changing experience for you.
Well, the reason I signed up was it was going to be a different experience. I knew that going in.
Yeah.
And by having this experience was me doing my little contribution.
Yeah.
Whilst it's not much, but
it's a lot.
It's something. Even the Uber ride to the airport when the fellow asked me where was I going, what was I doing, that sparked a conversation for the whole trip.
Oh wow.
And that made that trip very quick and easy. No sooner we started talking, we were at the airport, and I didn't get out of the Uber for 5 minutes. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And he was a immigrant himself. And he just thought, wow, what a thing to do. You don't sort of think that much, or what you're doing has a great impact, but I suppose, you hope that it does.
Oh, it does. And by spreading the message, then you get a bit of a groundswell of support, and that's the objective. But, mate, thank you so much.
No, thank you.
It's been an absolute privilege, and Really enjoyed it. Any advice to
Well, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. When you first put it out there, I thought I was so excited to come because I used to always say, "Oh, Dan and Stu should do a retreat." And when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, wow!" But then in about November, October, I thought, I started getting really nervous about coming, being by myself. You know, just all people I didn't know. But it's just been such an amazing journey, and you have been like next level. You've been so warm and accommodating, looking after a old granny, and just the whole experience though. I mean, like besides all the beauty of the, the land and everything, just the people. I mean, like I've been to a lot of places, but the people are absolutely beautiful. I love it. You know, the whole experience has just been maybe not life changing, but it's going to make big changes. You know, like a real eye opener, like what we've got in Melbourne and how dissatisfied we can be with our life sometimes, and to see, I mean, particularly going to the orphanage, I found that very, very confronting, but just to see how happy those kids are, playing with their little broken toys and just so excited. I mean, it was just beautiful. The monk talk, like in the chanting, I just loved it, I really did, and I would just like recommend it to anybody. And like the talks with Andrew, I mean, like what an amazing guy. He's just, thoroughly enjoyed it, and it just went too fast. It was great. I just don't know what you could have done better. And this place is just perfect. The staff here, the food. Like I say, I'm so fussy, fussy.
Compared to others.
But, no, I'm not. No, that's dietary requirement. I'm fussy. Honestly, it was just beautiful. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And just the hospitality here and the way they treat their staff and how they all help each other. Even with the park down there. Like if you don't have any money, you can put your room number. Like everyone here just seems to help each other. Which is like it's just amazing. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Yeah.
And the yoga was up to standard?
Absolutely.
Every day?
Yeah, no, it was great. Maybe could have done a little bit longer. But loved it. No, it's fantastic. Probably,
any advice to someone who's considering this? Because someone considering this will have exactly the same concerns and
probably not, because I think when you're young, I mean, it's like travelling on your own. It takes you right out of your comfort zone. But I mean, like I say, you've just facilitated everything for me, even from the start at the airport in, where were we? Not in Bangkok. Hanoi.
Luang Prabang. Hanoi.
No, Hanoi. Just everything, like you've just been great. So, but I mean, like you can just encourage people. Just take yourself out of your comfort zone if you are a bit nervous about coming and being on your own. Like I mean, especially for me, being older, but like everyone's just been so welcoming. It's just been great. And, and you form little bonds with some people more than others. So no, it's just been fantastic. It really has. And the walks and the hiking. I mean, that's all the countryside and everything is beautiful, but you can see that in a picture, but it's just to experience it all. And I just loved it. I've just loved it. Very, very happy I've come.
Well, I'm very grateful for you to be here and to bring you your beautiful energy. And
it's just been so good. Like I say, I was like, that's what, hence the cold sore. Like I was so stressed. I mean, I almost cancelled, but I thought, I can't, I was being like tight. I thought, I'm not blowing that much money and not coming. So, no, it's been fantastic, really. So
I'm
highly recommend it.
Glad you did check it out, but
I know.
All I would have said is there's nothing to worry about.
I know,
there
but
is nothing to worry about.
There is nothing to worry about when you've got that. No, it's great. Amazing.
I could feel some of your, back in Melbourne, you asked me a few questions, and I could feel some of your apprehension. And it's hard to, I can say it until I'm blue in the face,
it's what you feel yourself.
Yeah, everything we're doing, Dan and I have done, everything's been road tested.
It wasn't even that. I don't even know what it was. It was just, very apprehensive about coming, but like it was, and I probably could come back. Yeah, I do. I love it. I've just come back here. I love it here. And even the town, I just love that vibe down there. It's just beautiful. So
come and join us next year, darling.
Yeah, well, it's a possibility.
You can be granny to a couple of kids if you like.
Granny nanny.
Well, thanks, Stuart, for organising this. I think I was taken aback by the number of experiences we've had, the adventures we've had. Each day brought something different, and it just kept on giving. One of my favorite parts of this journey has been the natural side of it, experiencing the environment, the senses, the sounds of the space we've been living in. It's a natural space, it's an eco-friendly space, and that ticks a lot of boxes for sustainability. But I think the other side of it is that cultural side as well. Being a part of culture, tradition, and the local people, always filled with smiles, happy, enjoying what they do. That was very special to me. I would honestly say I felt at home. Every adventure was that I've experienced. Not only did it take me out of a particular fear if I was a bit nervous about something, but it also felt strangely comfortable at the same time. So even though you might feel a bit nervous about something, I feel like it's just tapping into something new, and that is transformational, I think, for anyone. Well, the food was amazing. I enjoyed everything. They've really kept up to living up to dietary requirements, or anything we needed. The pool and the steam baths were always available to us, and we worked as a team.
Got some good work out of that. Yep.
And you just get to experience nature. So if you're the active type of person, you get a lot of the walking, natural environments to walk in. And I think the other thing that I really loved was, as a team, we were together and we supported each other whilst we were on this retreat, which was very special as well. One of my highlights was being able to have those moments of meditation, and sitting and chanting with the monks was very special. Looking at the viewpoints as I went to see the sleeping Buddha at the stupa was another highlight, and the falls, absolutely breathtaking. Being able to witness that, feel it, and actually dip yourself in the water.
The cold water.
Which is lovely. I've never done hot cold plunges. Again, you'll be doing things that you've never done, but the fact that I can now do it means I will do it again. So that was special.
If someone was considering coming on the retreat and concerned about coming to Laos, and also concerned about donating to the orphanage, what sort of advice could you give them?
I'd say one of the main things for me coming here was to actually fulfill that. I wanted to donate to the orphanage. And for me personally, it was something I used to do every birthday back in South Africa. I didn't feel those opportunities were there in Australia as much. The fact that Western Wellness has brought this opportunity forward gave us that opportunity to give back. I think one of the things I loved about this journey was I actually got to see exactly where the donations are going, or how the children are actually living. And it helped me see for myself, this is what's going on out there, and this is the needs of the children. So that was very special. I think over and above everything else, I would say that's the why I'm here. Everything else I probably stated were just the experiences that I had that were added on top of that. That aspect of giving to the orphanage. I'd say I would have had absolutely no fears towards donating to them again, because I can see exactly where it's going and how the children are cared for.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for bringing your beautiful energy, and you can see that in the photos. There's some amazing photos of your smile. Your smile's amazing. It's been an absolute privilege and pleasure having you here, looking after you. I'm very, we're immensely grateful that you've chosen to be here to make this such a success. So thank you from me.
Thank you. Thanks.
Maybe to start with, how did you find the experience?
Oh, it was awesome. It's amazing and a breathtaking view. The people up here, the hospitality, very friendly, easy to adapt. And then, the cause, the reason behind what we're doing this, what we need to do it for these kids, and I really enjoy it, and it's worth it, and we want to help the kids in the community and be part of it, and on the ground and see them and where your fund or whatever that you're doing going in, and you see the reason for it, it's worth it, and you want to come back again and want to be part of it, and really want to help them. These people really need help. Whatever you can do, and even like us, what I do very small, even but starting from there, and then maybe I'll continue. So I really enjoy it, Stuart. Thank you so much, and you and Daniel.
Respect, mate. How did you find the accommodation and the yoga and the activities?
Oh, the yoga was good. I didn't think that we have to do it in the morning every day, which is that's like a typical part of the retreat. Which I enjoy it. Get up in the morning fresh, and the atmosphere. Maybe it's like it's good, awesome. And then you're ready for the day. Once you're done and you got energy. So awesome. The yoga is good. Accommodation, perfect place. I couldn't imagine that the room and toilets and everything like a master bedroom. Absolutely. Stunning. And in the middle of the forest. Absolutely stunning. And then you hear all these nature's noises. I love that. So definitely I advise people, if they enjoy the natures, they come here. Absolutely.
And how did you find the offsite visits to town and to the falls?
That's all bonus, right? To add on, it's just like, I don't know how to really describe it. It's not just to come and see the kids and helping them, but also in part of your holidays and enjoying it. You know, go to the market, go to see the view and see the Buddhist monk temple. And it's a huge, it's a rich culture. Learning them and be part of it. I enjoy it.
Good.
So really good, and now I'm going back with the more energy. So
beautiful. Mate, I appreciate you so much for coming along, your time, your support, your enthusiasm. I'd love to see you again.
Oh no, definitely.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I think before I came, I had some amount of skepticism. I was concerned, there's been a lot of stuff in the news about charities not using their funds correctly, or only a very small amount of the money going towards the actual needy. So I was concerned about that. And I came here with an open mind, hoping that things were different, and I was very happy to see that things were different here, that Andrew had a long-term plan, had short-term plans, he had different plans for how different money would be directed and how the money was actually going towards the orphanage and the people who needed it the most. That was amazing to see and very inspiring, and gave me a lot more confidence about giving towards this charity. And then the other part was?
Advice for someone who's considering, what would you tell them if they're sitting on the fence, umming and ahhing about coming on the retreat?
Okay, so this is not, I haven't been scared here. Sometimes it might be a bit intimidating going to some Asian countries. If you're not vegetarian, it's probably easier if you eat meat coming here. The people have been very friendly. The weather's been lovely. It has not been scary at all.
The yoga been enjoyable?
Oh, the yoga's been lovely, yes. I've loved the yoga. Lots of hiking and walks and beautiful plants and animals to look at.
And how have you found the accommodation and the trips and stuff?
Very comfortable. The accommodation has been lovely. The staff here have been very accommodating. The trips have been really enjoyable. I especially enjoyed the trip to the Buddhist temple, the tour by the orange robe people, learning about Buddhism and seeing the temples.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for being part of it.
Thank you.
It's been amazing.
Oh,
it's been
official
awesome.
handshakes. Nice.
I'll give you a hug, but it's in the way.
There we have it. That's the 2025 Giving is Living Yoga Retreat has come to an end. Such a great crescendo yesterday with the Basi ceremony. I've still got my little ribbons on, my blessings. You've heard some lovely words there from our attendees this year. Such a magical group. They came together so easily and so well on the first night. They've had a shared experience of love, joy and giving. Giving is living. This is why we've called it that simple name, to get the message through. We're here to support others. I hope listening to those words gave you a true reflection. If you're considering coming on this experience with us, understanding their words and their lived experience as to how they enjoyed the all aspects of the trip, the accommodation, the food, the offsite experiences, the falls, the cultural trip to town, going to the local park down the road, adventure fun runs, and of course the site visit to the orphanage to see the beautiful work that Andrew Brown and his wife La do there at the orphanage. So thank you for watching this little doco film, or the short film, whichever version you're watching. It's been my privilege making it. This has certainly been the most this is the biggest accomplishment of my life, apart from meeting and marrying my beautiful wife Danielle and her shared vision for this project, and of course becoming a dad. This absolutely has been the most rewarding experience, organising and achieving the goal of getting this retreat up and running, explaining to people in our beautiful Melbourne of Australia, come to a third world country, come and support this orphanage that you know nothing about. You know, it's been quite a logistical journey, and I am proud of myself. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to do this. Of course, it's not about me or my wife, it's about the children and why we're here in the first place, and I'm just so grateful that people have believed in our vision. So massive rewarding experience for me. If you're considering coming along for next year, 2026, it's June 5 to 11, and unless you want to stay longer, that's fine too. Come and join us and support the most worthy of causes. Thank you so much for watching. For the last time, Stu's out.